Treasure cards in Wizard101 have been around since the dawn of time, and we've seen a lot of new cards introduced into the game, and we've seen a lot of cards also exit the game, whether they got sunsetted, like cards like Lifebane, Elucidate, and all, or they simply just got hit with the PvP ban symbol. And in today's video, I would like to talk about the future of treasure cards in Wizard101 because I know a lot of people have differing opinions. And in today's video, I will be talking about what the devs are planning to do with TC and try and talk about both sides of the spectrum of the community. Some people like that KingStyle is balancing the game and banning cards, and other people don't like it so much, and I'm also going to give a neutral kind of take on the matter. If you guys enjoy videos like this, best way to support it is by leaving a like, and if you are new, feel free to subscribe. I do post every day, if not every other day, and leave a comment down there below if you have any ideas of videos you want to see here on the channel. I'm going to have Overwatch gameplay in the background because PvP right now is kind of stale, and we're all just kind of waiting on the next update to come out, so I hope you guys don't mind the Overwatch gameplay in the background. But let's talk about the PvP cards and why they're getting banned, because I see a lot of people get confused why cards get banned in the game. Now, when a card gets banned in PvP, it's either because it is blatantly broken, the devs are either going to be standardizing everything or banning that card due to player and meta complaints. This dates all the way back in time, all the way back to like the Iceberg meta, you know, stuff like that. I only started playing in like 2020, 2021, so I'm more of a newer player, but this is basically an effort for the devs to try and standardize or generalize or balance the game and all. And with the new Rochambeau system, if you don't know what that is, you're going to watch my videos on Rochambeau. It's basically the devs' way of trying to, you know, structure, understand, and build PvP, so spells might be banned under the Rochambeau. A good example is Storm and Enfeeble. Storm is not supposed to be good at countering blades, so they banned Enfeeble, which was a good blade counter. So a lot of legacy spells are getting removed or completely reworked, and a lot of them are also kind of disrupting the meta, and that's kind of why people get upset, right? It's because people have favorite schools, favorite spells, and all that they grow attached to and love, but then that card might get banned in PvP, whether it's like a tournament or, you know, just ranked play. So that's kind of the other side of the spectrum, is people don't like when things get banned, even though if it like objectively balances the game. A lot of people might not understand why their favorite card or a card they like gets banned. And there's a lot of people that advocate for Wiz to go back and like unban everything and just kind of have everything broken in the game, because if everything's broken, like, well, you know, you can't really complain about something. But, you know, they have taken the effort to, and the time as well, guys, to go out and try and understand stuff and build models to try and balance PvP more. And I think right now we're just kind of like in the middle phase, you know, like growing pains, I guess, if you will. They would either need to completely undo everything, which I guess is an option and all, or they could finish what they're doing and standardize everything. And honestly, at this point in the game, I would say we're closer to standardizing everything than we are to just simply reverting everything. And honestly, as much as I hate Rochambeau as the next person, once they actually get all the work done and standardize everything, it actually will be a good system to get new players into the game. I personally just hate how Rochambeau has made stuff like you can't win a matchup, and the skill kind of gets taken out of the game as well, and it's just kind of dumbed down PvP, you know? And it's also taken away a lot of school identity in that matter, which is kind of why people don't like it. So we've talked about both sides. Players that like to have a balanced game and a standardized game, and people who like to basically have a nice casual barrier to entry. And we've also talked about the people who just kind of want like a whole, you know, madhouse, everything is just unbanned, it's anybody's game. If everything's broken, any school can be good and thrive, right, guys? So we've talked about the communities, both sides of the spectrum. Now let's talk about the developers and what they kind of have to say on it. So the devs are kind of torn between two things, to my understanding. There's about half of them that kind of want the treasure cards just to be like duplicates of the main deck. So, you know, tier 1 Storm Owl, for example, would be in sideboard, but the old treasure card Storm Owl that we're all used to is banned because it was broken, so on and so forth. Basically, you just pick between putting something in main deck or side deck. There's some devs that want that to happen, and there's also some devs who just kind of want to have things follow like the whole 20% more power on treasure cards. Now, the issue with that philosophy, guys, is the fact of the matter that they've already banned some cards that have broken that rule. You know, like cards like, you know, Dr. Vaughn, you know, Skeletal Dragon, stuff like that, Lord of Winter, right? Stuff that are very OP and disruptive. However, they leave other broken cards in the game, like Everburn, Tamaguchi, so on and so forth. And they have done the Arc 2 audit, and they are saying Arc 2 cards will be in sideboard, which is really, really cool, and I'm looking forward to that. However, they haven't done anything about Arc 1, which includes legacy spells like Poison, you know, Frostbite, Tamaguchi, Everburn, and so on. So, personally, I'd like to see the sideboard be just standardized, like either picking between a main deck card or a side deck card where you want it and how you want to build your deck, have more control over that. Because right now, with the state we're in, it's kind of like some schools literally have nothing in their sideboard, like Storm, except for Clanker. And then other schools like Ice have Frostbite, Tamaguchi, stuff like that. Fire has Immolate and Everburn as well. Some schools just have cards way above their power, and other schools can't compete with that because their schools are banned, right? So it's kind of in a state then where other schools can pull hits easier, more powerful hits easier, and cycle better than other people and get an advantage off that, right? But if we just standardize everything, well then it's more fair game, which is kind of what I would like to see them do. Because if KingsIsle does not take a side on this, we're going to kind of stay in this limbo state where other schools get to be objectively superior because of the stat model, and the stat model does not line up with the cards that are above the damage per pip. A spell like Ice Tamaguchi, which is well above 100 damage per pip, is kind of an issue when Ice is designed around having like 80 damage per pip or whatever the hell it is, right guys? So you can kind of see the issue that arises here. It just kind of creates a stale meta where some schools just are borderline unplayable and other schools get to be way easier to play, way more forgiving to play. But yeah, that's treasure cards in Wizard101 and the state of them and what the devs are planning on doing. What side are you guys taking on this? I'm really curious to see what you have to say in the comments below, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and a sub if you made it this far, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching, and take care, y'all.